it's got to be something that's a daily practice. It's got to be something that you're consistent with on a daily basis, because it's not going to happen one day a week. It's not going to happen 2 days a week. The cells, the only language the cells understand is force. So if we're controlling those range of motion on a daily basis, and we break apart every single joint mechanic. We start with cervical spine. We work our way down from cervical spine to thoracic spine to scapula, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, even toes. I mean, I think when's the last time you had to articulate your toes?
Create more active range. So now I want you to create the same range of motion and pull your leg up to your chest without using your hands, right? Most people can't get that far. So the difference in what we use with FRC is actually closing that gap. So the difference between pulling it up with your hands and not using anything at all, closing that gap and actually creating more strength within that range, rather than they're generally training in one plane of motion. So when you start looking at rotational health through their hips, they're probably really bad at it. They never move laterally, they never move side to side. I'm speaking generally, so there are some exceptions to the rule, but you start to look at healthy hips, or even like cyclists, it's really bad on their hips and their low back, because they spend so much time hunched over that bike, and then they get off and wonder why their hips are tighter.
What we're talking about FRC is gaining more functional mobility or more control over my joint in a deeper range of motion. That way, in case I'm imposed a load and I need to, react, I'm not going to end up tearing my shoulder out, because I've actually got some articular strength.
Pain every day, they start to mitigate that pain and start to feel young again, if you will. So
feel like they did when they were 20.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the way our bodies were intended to move. The way you look at us through human history, that Dre talks about a lot, is we're hunter-gatherers. Our body's made to move in all these completely different planes of motion and ranges on a daily basis, and a lot. So when we come in